listening to the debate here on ALR 107 FM and 104 FM on the Yorkshire Cable Network, and this is a special programme in tribute to Keith Narey, the co-presenter of this political programme. And along in the studio we've got Brian, who we've just found out is a famous doggerel poet of Bradford. And just to ask you there, Brian, I mean, were you fully aware of Keith's literary talents, or did it come upon you as a surprise when he started writing?
Well, he admitted that there were no poets, and I was shaking my head. Obviously he didn't see me. He went ahead and read the poem. But I must admit that's one of the most pathos-filled poems I've ever heard. And I also on this programme would like to thank our Keith for introducing me to Iron Smith poetry, which I think is the greatest poetry that I've ever read or heard from a working class. And I think they should be adopted by the Labour Party as a Labour Party poems. And I think our Keith missed his way. I think what we're looking for all his life, he was a better presenter and a better reader of poetry than he was his writing. And I can't understand why he never realised that was his medium, because he was a wonderful speaker and a passionate speaker, which reflected his working class background. And I'm surprised he never cottoned onto it. It's too late now, sadly.
I think people, I mean, poetry is so personal, isn't it? I think that's probably what stops people. It is so personal. You're giving away a part of yourself every time. And I don't think really you could probably not write without that passion.
Well, when you say that you're giving a part away yourself when you write, that's a very selfish attitude to take. I mean, you're born on this world for some purpose, and to deny the world your literary outpourings, I think is very, very selfish.
Yeah, well, certainly, I don't think Keith did deprive us. A few plays of which you were the main actor in all of them. What did you think? I remember him telling me that it's sort of the difficulty he had in getting people to act, and the persuasion he had to do. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yes. He'd have been a good commissar in Stalin's army with Keith, because the first union man, he was looking for a warehouse manager, and he approached me, and everybody knows I'm alcoholic. I don't like giving up my drinking time. And Keith said, will you come and stand in and do this part? I said, well, I'll do it in the protester, kid, providing you get somebody else. And after 3 minutes, he made his mind up it was going to be me. And really, it was no contest. And he got people from all walks of life, people who would never have met in the course of a working day or social life. And he got these 12 people from all different walks, different personalities, and moulded them into a play group within about 3 months. Were absolutely fantastic. And they were all naturals, except for our Keith.
He wasn't quite as good on the acting, don't you think?
No, he was a better actor.
Yeah. And did you enjoy it?
Oh,
enjoy it?
You know, it broke my marriage up, and I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, but I get married again and get divorced again just to be in one of his plays again, because it's such a fantastic atmosphere backstage. It's meeting people and getting to know them, and it's been a wonderful experience in my life.
Obviously there were all plays with a message. Do you think you got that message over? Do you think plays, certainly powerful poetry that we agree on, do you think that they can help in the political world? Do you think they move people forward?
Well, yes. I can't give you the official figures, but after the Union Man and the Union Man trilogy, there was a significant increase in the Labour Party membership in this city through seeing the plays. And one thing about Keith was, he's not like your common playwrights, as I call them, TV men and all that. Keith wrote his plays and he put them on live theatre, and then he had the inspiration to take them around the working men's clubs in this area, and the pubs. And it didn't matter what venue it was, or what scruff it was, or how loud it are, Keith would put it on. And he took that play to thousands around the clubs in this area, and all over Yorkshire. And the first playwright who ever had that conception to take it out to the ordinary working class. And we had packed houses at Dudley Hill and Claydon, Craftlane Liberal Club. And earlier in them days, when we did the Liberal Club and Dudley Hill Club, Keith plays come across, you know, on the political aspect. And then afterwards, we had Scarlet Heights and the Cabaret, which is another working class band. So it was a great tie-in, you know, with a folk labour orientated band, and Keith Narey plays.
I think that's a lesson that certainly I'll take is that if you want to do something like that, then go ahead and do it. I think there's so many people who think, oh, it's not for us, but I think Keith really showed in his writing that with you know, a bit of perseverance and that you can, you know, you can do it. You can, you know, not only write it, but get some actors and make your own stage crew and everything. Do the lot. And I think that's a real lesson, certainly that I've learned from Keith. But it isn't the last of the Phoenix Theatre Group, is it? We're planning something else now.
Actually, on the July the 19th at the Midland Hotel, there'll be a memorial performance of Keith Narey's first play, Union Man, with the original cast apart from Keith, but we've got somebody to take his part. And then there'll be a play, and then when the play's over, there'll be Scarlet Heights Cabaret, just like we did in the old days. That's a fitting memorial.
So keep that in mind. I'm sure we'll mention it again. But we've got to have a short music break now. Keith was